Hi, my name is Haseeb. I joined Atkins in September 2021 as a graduate signalling engineer. The Signalling Graduate Scheme is a 2 to 3 year scheme in which we undertake 3 to 6 month placements around the signalling business. Placements are typically 3 to 6 months and they're largely dependent on what you're interested in. So typical placements include design, construction, engineering management, testing, project management, but there's a large range of opportunities that are available depending on your interests. When you start on the graduate scheme, you join a specific team and slowly you help them with their activities, and eventually you get a large amount of responsibility and then you use that knowledge to go to the next placement and you implement it there. So it's all continuous. Alongside your line manager, you're allocated a buddy who is a older graduate, who is maybe a second year graduate, and a mentor from the senior leadership team who provide you with all the support that you need. I chose the Atkins Signalling Graduate Scheme as, having just left university and studying mechanical engineering, I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do, but I was aware that this graduate scheme could offer me a wide variety of roles to go into and give me that exposure. I was aware of the presence of Atkins within the railway industry, and having looked into the role, I saw former graduates, and through that I saw a real tangible way of progressing my career and gaining responsibility within an organisation. Atkins are extremely focused on people and culture, and I realised that as a young engineer, I would need to be surrounded by people who would want to aid my development, and that's why I chose Atkins. The Atkins Signalling Graduate Scheme is very unique as there's a real emphasis on your development and a resource for that. By undertaking rotational placements, it has given me a great insight into how different parts of the business operate and function together, and I've used those skills from one team and moved it into another. For example, being in a design placement and then later construction placement has allowed me to see the connection and how design needs to consider the construction element when creating signalling infrastructure. I've worked in 6 different teams so far, all across the country, in offices, in depots, out on site, and this has given me a real exposure to all parts of the business. There are extensive opportunities for training and development, that's within the graduate scheme, and there's also loads of modules, SNC-Lavalin modules, which you can undertake. So there's a real emphasis in developing your interpersonal and technical skills, as well as the ability to pursue chartership. So looking back over the last 18 months, the main highlight has been the ability to be part of different projects and have an increased responsibility. There's also a strong initiative and incentive to build a graduate community. So there are plenty of opportunities where I'm allowed to spend time with other graduates. We go away, we do team building exercises, we share information and resources and our experiences in fun ways. So I really feel like I'm part of a group, a cohort of grads, which is useful when you're new to a large organisation. For example, recently I attended an autumn school, which was actually organised by another graduate. And together, a group of 10 graduates from all 3 years of the scheme came together and we volunteered at a heritage railway. And we also, in that time, it allowed us to talk about our placements, think about areas for development, and share our experiences. When I joined the business, I had a strong interest in ED&I, and immediately I was able to join in discussions with SLT on building a more inclusive workplace, which was great because I had a lot of ideas from university. I had seen a lot of things, so the ability to make that contribution straight away was fantastic. More specifically, I was able to share my experiences during Ramadan last year. I was working on site and the support I received was fantastic. So I was able to deliver a video on how Atkins catered to my needs, and that went across the business and was really well received. I believe a large determinant of why Atkins is so successful is because of the people. As a graduate, there are loads of opportunities to expand my knowledge and meet new teams. There is a early careers community which focuses on graduates, apprentices and placement students, and it allows them to connect with each other, organise social events. There's also loads of things going on in the office. I've also been able to adapt flexible working hours, which has been really good. Because my placements have been so different, I've been able to improve my work-home life balance with those flexible arrangements. There's also a real emphasis on equality, diversity and inclusion. On the Yammer page, there are loads of different networks which support different groups of people, and they offer, they run events, talks, and so everyone is informed of who they are and where they can go for support. I really enjoy the culture at Atkins. I've met some fantastic people who have given me a lot of advice, especially being so new to the industry with their seniority. And as a graduate, I feel like I've been able to make a real difference to not just my day-to-day activities, but the initiatives of the organisation, which has been brilliant. So the future at Atkins for me, I would like to continue my placements and eventually find a team that I'm going to settle into and continue my professional journey to chartership. I know that regardless of which team I end up in, I'll be given the support, the resources and the ability to work on exciting projects.